Great work so far. Now it's time to code the actual crashing mechanism for our game. In order to do this, we need our program to do the following. First, we need to find what costume our current sprite has. At the top left of your screen, click on the Costume tab. Let's navigate to the top left portion, and there is the Costume tab. You can see that our sprite has two costumes, one that is normal and one that looks like our boat is crashed. We will use both of these costumes for our next portion. So here's a hint. If our sprite touches the color brown, then we want to switch the costume to normal too. Then say, "Aw man, game over" for 2 seconds. Then switch back to normal costume and go back to the starting line. So we're going to need a new condition for our program. Let's go ahead and grab a if condition. So we're going to navigate back to our coding tab, and let's go into control. Let's make some space in our coding environment by zooming out with the magnifying glass. And let's grab the if-then statement and put it underneath. Make sure both statements are separated and that they are not inside one another like so. Make sure the yellow line separates both statements. Let's take a look at our hint. If our sprite touches the color brown, so that is our condition, if touching color brown. Then we want to switch to the costume normal. So let's add the following code to your game. You're also going to have to switch back to the normal costume after the green flag is clicked. So let's switch to normal 2, say "All man game over" for 2 seconds, and switch the costume back to normal. So let's go ahead and grab a looks category to switch costume to normal 2. Then we will say something for 2 seconds. Feel free to type in whatever you want whenever you crash. I will say, "Aw man, game over." Then we will switch costume back to normal. That way we can go back to the position of where we started. We will point in the direction north, 0, and go to the original coordinates we started at and wait 1 second. So we're going to do the top code, but instead that it's going to be inside our if touching brown. That way whenever we touch a brown wall, we will be resetted automatically. So back into the motion category, for we can point in direction north, which is 0. Then we will go to these coordinates again. Let's use the same numbers on top. Negative 190 for the X and negative 150 for the Y. And then add in a wait block. Feel free to test out your code with the green flag. Now we no longer have the glitch of going through walls. We will be crashing every time we try to go through them. So now try your best to make your boat through the safety course. And let's go ahead and add in a winning statement. That way whenever we touch the sand, we get a winning sign.